You're listening to Anywhere But Here, where we dream with our ears and go anywhere but here. I'm Raquel, and welcome to my podcast. Good morning, if you're listening to this in the morning. I don't know why, but during this quarantine, I've been having a lot of ups and downs. Ups as in, I wake up with so much energy, like today, if you can't tell. And downs, just so low energy. I just want to sleep all day. I don't want to do anything, which I had yesterday. Well, thank goodness today's one of those up days because I was really looking forward to filming the first episode of my podcast. So I figured this week would be for a small minority of people probably, but my birthday is actually at the end of the week. It's on the 25th of April. For a couple of days, that's what's been on my mind, especially because people are asking me what I want to do for my birthday, aka call or what kind of foods I want to eat. Usually on my birthday, we kind of just have cake with my immediate family, and then I just do whatever I kind of want to do. I used to skip class and stuff like that if it landed on a school day. On the weekend of my birthday or before, I would have cake and either dinner or lunch with my cousins and my uncles and aunts and stuff like that. Usually I would request I don't know what the proper name is, if there is any, but it's angel food cake with Cool Whip and pineapple cake. It's very light and airy of a cake, and people don't usually expect that to be a birthday cake, but it's my favorite. And it's kind of a crowd favorite too. We'd hang out in our little family groups and just talk and catch up and stuff like that. And then we would sing happy birthday in English and happy birthday in Spanish. I'm not sure how many families sing both in English and Spanish on their birthdays, but my family's one of them, and it's been a tradition since as long as I could remember. But the main reason we have birthday parties is kind of just to catch up and make sure we're always seeing each other every once in a while, or else it could be a whole year that would go by and we wouldn't see each other. And I don't know, that's just something our family has just instilled in us, to just have our birthday parties and our holiday parties. And I guess it makes us kind of a close-knit family, which I don't mind. I actually like. But I'm not sure if that's the majority of the people that do that or the minority of people that have parties for every event. I don't know, but that's just normal in our family. And another thing about our birthday parties is we have that one uncle who says happy 40, and then after we sing happy birthday in both languages, they count to our age, which can be dreadful when you get to the higher ups. So I'm turning 24. If we were to count, we'd probably count by fives at this point. Or it'd just be really long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 24. That's just some of our birthday traditions in our household and our family. So I just texted my cousin on what we do as a tradition at our family parties when we have our birthdays. And she just reminded me that we always take family pictures. So it'll be the girl cousins that take a picture, all the cousins that take a picture, our families, our immediate families, sometimes everyone, us with our grandma, etc., etc. So we take a ton of pictures, and I completely forgot about that part. It's like a photo shoot, so if you come to one of our birthday parties, you gotta come dressed up because you're definitely going to be in a family photo. Before quarantine happened, I had all these fantastic plans I was trying to get done. I wanted to either go to Boston, or my goal last year, which I wanted to do this year, was to do goat yoga. Yes, that's right. I said goat yoga. I'm not from California. I'm not a hipster. Actually, maybe I'm a hipster. Who knows? But I've always wanted to do goat yoga. I love yoga and I love animals. And to have baby goats just jumping on my back just sounds like a dream of mine. So pre-quarantine times, that's what I was trying to do on my birthday, because I feel like my birthday never falls on a weekend, and this year it's on Saturday. But with the change of events, I'm not really sure what I want to do. And I'm probably on the same boat as a lot of people who have birthdays during this quarantine and during this crisis. And I know it's not a priority of mine or anyone. I just want everyone to be happy and healthy, and I just want to get over this virus. But for my family, a lot of people have birthdays in April, so it's been on my mind for probably the whole month. I know I was talking to my cousin who had a birthday on the 7th of April, and she was saying that she was having the birthday blues. As for the birthday blues, for those of you who haven't experienced this or don't really know what that is, it's kind of like when, I don't know, you just feel down on the day of your birthday or like leading up. Some people have it just because they don't want to turn older. There's so many different reasons why you could have the birthday blues. I just wanted to clarify that in case anyone doesn't know what that is. There might be other names and words for it, but I just call it the birthday blues. And that it didn't feel right to celebrate because of the coronavirus and everything that was going on in the world. And I completely understand that and I completely get it. And she ended up just doing a little cake. I actually sent her over a brownie cake that I made and she seemed to enjoy that. But yeah, it's hard to celebrate and just think positively about the whole situation. I know I was telling my cousin that we can party after this whole quarantine ends. Maybe we can plan a trip somewhere because it's been long due. And we both kind of want to go dancing again, so maybe back in Mexico, who knows, I don't know. But for my birthday this year, I figured I'd just do my favorite quarantine kind of things. So maybe go walking on the trail or somewhere, maybe take a drive and just see places and get out of the house. But also play some board games. I love Clue, and I would love to play it for my birthday. Who knows what's going to end up happening? I'll probably give you a brief synopsis of the day in the next episode. That's not the priority. I want to know how you guys have been celebrating your birthdays, if it's been during quarantine. I know it hasn't been that long, but it's definitely been long enough that a lot of people have celebrated. Leave me a comment down below and tell me how you guys celebrated, if you had cake, if it felt normal for you, how you feel. Do you have the birthday blues during this quarantine time? I don't know. Just leave some comments. I'm curious to hear about them. And maybe it won't let me and my cousin and anyone else feel like lonely. I know something that I've seen online has been people making signs and driving to people's houses and holding up the signs, and then it's saying like happy birthday, like we miss you, we love you, kind of stuff like that. And that's cute. I'm not sure what else other people are doing. I know I saw a video where this guy was just FaceTiming or calling or Zooming or whatever his friends and family, and they saying like happy birthday to him or something like that. He had like a balloon sign behind him and said happy birthday. He had a cake and he was just all by himself. I know those are some of the things I've seen on social media, but I don't know. I just like to hear what other people are doing during this time. It's kind of comforting. So when this episode of the podcast comes out, it'll be Taurus season, aka my season. And I figured I'd tell you a little bit about astrology and horoscopes, or whatever you want to call it. Even though I said in the little trailer for this podcast that it was not going to be astrology based. Well, I figured it could be a little segment that I could do just for the time being and just talk a little bit about signs and astrology and stuff like that, because it's kind of interesting to me and it might be interesting to other people, so we'll see how it does. But here's the little I know about a Taurus. Our element is Earth, our ruler is Venus. The date range for a Taurus is April 20th through May 20th. Oh, and I completely forgot, a Taurus, our symbol is the bull. If you ever see a circle with two horns, that's what it means, it's a bull. Our house is the second house, and our color is primarily green, I believe. I don't know, would make sense because we're earth signs. Some vague strengths of a Taurus are that we are reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, and stable. Some weaknesses of a Taurus are that we are hella stubborn, like hella stubborn. We're also possessive and uncompromising. Now, these are just some vague traits and stuff of a Taurus. Of course, not every Taurus is like this. And if you can't tell, I'm not an expert in astrology and zodiac signs and stuff like that by the way I'm talking about it. But hopefully one day I'll understand and I'll be able to explain further. Maybe one day I'll do research and do a whole segment about it. I don't know. We'll see. Leave your comments on that also if you want to hear a whole segment about it. Of course, I'm never going to be 100% accurate, or might want to leave that to the professionals, but who knows. It'll be a fun little topic. Oh, but another thing I remember about a Taurus is that we like expensive things. We like high quality things. from my understanding, I think we like high quality things and beautiful things and attractive things, and we're creative because our ruler is Venus. But don't quote me on that. Like I said, I'm not an expert, not yet at least, maybe one day, and I'll do research on it for next month's new sign. According to horoscopes.com, which is the website I'm currently looking at, some classic / famous Tauruses are Adele, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Audrey Hepburn, Chris Brown, and Cam Newton. I keep looking at a bunch of different websites and most of the information is the same, but some other information I feel like I forgot to mention was that our quality is fixed, which that's a whole nother topic I'll talk about one day. It says on this website that we're dependable, musical, and practical. Also that we're smart, ambitious, and trustworthy. I've heard that a lot of people do tend to trust Tauruses. That's one that comes up a lot. If you don't know what your astrological sign is, what I originally used was astrocafe.com or something like that. I try that out and see if you can find your signs, because yes, you have multiple signs, and the multiple signs make up the person who you are, allegedly. Now, mine are pretty accurate, but I'm also a believer of astrology, I guess you would say, so I know there are a lot of people who are not. If you want to check it out, so try the Astro Cafe website if you'd like, and tell me your results down below, what kind of sign you are. If you think the Taurus readings that I did were accurate and that's what you know about a Taurus. I feel like I know so much more, but I'm just drawing a blank right now, and I don't want to read off different websites, just bios about a Taurus, so leave them down below, I'm curious. I just want to wish everyone a happy birthday, whether your birthday has been during quarantine or if it's coming up and you're not sure if quarantine's still going to happen. I just want to make sure you guys are all safe and happy, and I really do hope you have a happy birthday. Well, that's it for this week. Catch me up on my socials listed down below, and I'll see you next week.